All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we are doing today on the channel, we are doing the Royal Rumble of 2024 match predictions. So we've got 4 total matches on the show. We got the men's Royal Rumble, we've got the women's Royal Rumble, we've got the Fatal 4-Way for the Universal Championship, and we got Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. Now this is recorded on Wednesday, so there might be another match announced on Friday, maybe, but I don't think so. I would love to see like a women's title match on there. I don't understand why there isn't, but I digress. So I'm gonna start with the Fatal 4-Way. I'm gonna leave that for last. So actually, I'll start with Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. I think Logan has been carrying this entire rivalry. I think that he's too damn good. And I hate saying that because whenever he first came in, I did not think that he was going to be good at all. And with the match he had with Ricochet, changed it for me completely. He's great on the mic. He's good in the ring. He's getting better on the mic. I should say he's great, but he's getting better on the mic. And I think that this rivalry with Owens and him has been really good. I think Logan's been carrying his weight this whole thing on the microphone. I feel like he's been going back and forth really well. But I think that Logan keeps it because of the fact that they're still building him up really. I don't think Kevin Owens needs it, but he's also kind of been just a floater really because Sammy got injured. They lost the tag titles. He's just kind of been in limbo, I feel like, ever since Mania. I feel like he had a great peak at Mania and then it kind of just went downhill really fast. But I see Logan taking it, and I see it being done by like an outside interference with manager Jeff, where he gets the knuckles and gonna be hitting him, or he could be in the middle of getting the manager hitting Owens, and Sammy comes back maybe. I don't know. That's kind of what I think for that. I don't see Owens winning. I see Logan winning by some sort of outside interference. The women's Rumble. Um, what I love about the men's and women's Rumble is that what they've done differently this year is you only know, I think there's only like 5 or 6 superstars that's in, like, that are like the dudes that are going to be in the Rumble. And you only know like 4 that are going to be in the women's. Rest are like all blacked out. You don't really know who is going to be in it, which I think is really awesome. And I think that makes it more like of a surprise feel. Because last year and the year before, they just told you whoever's going to be in it. It was kind of like a whatever thing, I guess. The women's Rumble, I want to see Bayley. I would love to see Bayley take it, have her win. But I if they do like Becky winning it and having her going to win main event Mania, I like everybody wants Rhea versus Becky, but I don't. I think that Bayley's done her dues, and I think that she's due for another run. I know this damage control thing's going, but I could see Bayley try maybe being at least being in the final 4, or like I don't want to say Sasha coming back because I don't want that, because like you could do like a spot where she's getting beat down and then Sasha comes, but I don't want that. I don't want Sasha in the ring at all anymore for WWE anyways. I'm not a fan of hers. She's just too damn full of herself. But I would like to see Bayley do it. But the way they're building it, it looks like it's maybe gonna be like Becky in there. But time to see. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you guys want to see take home the chance to main event WrestleMania. But I think if you put it down on paper, Becky versus Rhea would sell really good as like the main event, or at least the co-main event. And then you could do like if Becky wins, you could do Becky Rhea, and then if Bayley wins, you could do Bayley versus Rhea. But the real draw is Becky versus Rhea. I don't know like who I'd see for like surprise entries. Like you could do like Alita, you could do Molly Holly, Trish Stratus, Stacy, Tori, Undertaker's wife Michelle McCool. That could be like a good thing. I mean, they do it every year, but I still big fan of it. because the women's division on Raw and SmackDown as a whole isn't really that deep. So I could see a lot more surprise entries. Maybe we could see Jade Cargill make an appearance. We haven't seen her since SummerSlam, I think it was. Uh, Naya could like maybe wreck house and like have some sort of major like impact by making the most eliminations maybe. Could we see a Ronda Rousey return? I know she's been working the indies and doing like indie stuff. She did something with Ring of Honor, but I don't think she was like like a full-time contract. I feel like the women's and men's Rumble this year are very interesting because you don't really like. There's so many potential like main eventers that could get their shine, especially in the men's. But I'm calling it. I want to get Bayley to go to Mania, but if it's not Bayley, it's going to be Becky, and it's going to be Becky versus Rhea, and Rhea better go over because Becky does not need a title right now. Becky needs to not be anywhere near the title picture. Bayley, however, I would love to see that because that would be something we we haven't seen. I want to see both. I want to see Becky and Rhea, but Rhea go over, and I want to see Bayley and Rhea go over. But I also want to see Bayley get it, and Bayley win, and Bayley go over and win the title. I don't know, but I don't. Charlotte's not going to be there. I was really hoping she was going to make a quick like turnaround with like being all healed up, but it ain't going to happen. Because I was like, oh, maybe the surgery isn't as bad as it was, and it was worse than what I thought it was. But I was like, well, maybe she can be back by Mania, but she probably won't be. So my prediction is final. Bayley's gonna win the Rumble. If she doesn't win the Rumble, it's gonna be Becky. I'm happy with both, but I would prefer to see Bayley. The men's Royal Rumble, that is very interesting to me because you could have so many returns. There's a couple of things that I have grievances about with the Rumble. I don't understand why Damian Priest is in it whenever he's got a guaranteed cash in. Don't understand why he's in it. Doesn't make any sense to me. But they need people for the Rumble, I guess. I would rather see the Judgment Day defend the titles on the Rumble instead of on the Raw after Rumble. That's just me. Another one is Gunther. I would love to see Gunther win it, like win the Rumble, but I don't know if that's a thing that's going to happen because Gunther is the Intercontinental Champion, so it makes that kind of hard. I don't see them bringing back double championships because he's had it for 600 days, or going to be having it for 600 days, and then I don't know. It's very, very interesting how they're doing it. They could do like title for title, like Rollins versus Gunther, but I think Gunther needs something because Gunther's really, really good in the ring. He's put on incredible matches. I don't think Gunther's gonna win the Rumble. It would be interesting to see Sheamus come back, like maybe come back. You could have Sheamus. You could have man, because Sheamus could come back and attack Gunther. You got Punk, you got Cody, The Rock. So what I think is going to happen with the men's Rumble is I think The Rock's going to come. There's too many predictions that I have in my head with this Rumble, because in my head what I think is going to happen is Brock's going to come back. I'm not saying Brock Lesnar is going to win, but I think Brock's going to come back and start something with Gunther, like throw Gunther out and have that be a starting thing, because Gunther's been going all around different interviews saying how he wants to wrestle Brock at Mania. So there may be something there. I could be reading too much into that. But I say what I think happens is Rock comes in at number 30. And it's the final four is Rock, Cody, Punk, and Gunther. Those are the final four that I think that it's going to be. Rock, Cody, Punk, Gunther. And then have that be like its own deal. That'd be a whole nother can of worms. But I don't really know what all surprise entries that could happen because everybody that I want to see is like 60 or 70s and 80s. And I'm like, I don't know if they can do it anymore. But Hogan was like, you never know, I might show up. That popped me. I'm a big Hogan mark. But the Rumble's interesting because you've got so many like avenues that could go in different directions that could make things fantastic. So I think Rock's gonna win the Rumble. I think Rock's gonna come back, and I think he's gonna drop in at number 25 or 30. And it's gonna be Rock and Roman starting the thing. Rock will cost Roman the title at Elimination Chamber because I don't think The Rock and Roman need a championship. Or The Rock returns on the Rumble and costs Roman the title, and Randy wins. I don't know. But I think Rock's winning the Rumble. I don't really have any idea on surprise entries because I can't really think of anyone that could debut or like like I don't even know who Okada is. I don't forgive me before you attack me in the comments. I don't have access to watch New Japan, and I only know who he is because of AEW. So I don't know if he could even come in. I don't even know if he's available. I don't think Taker would do it like a one-off thing. That would be cool though. What else? So that's pretty much it for the Rumble. I think The Rock's going to take the Rumble. And now for the main attraction, the Fatal 4-Way with LA Knight, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. I want to be excited for this match, but the past 3 years of Roman Reigns title defenses, every single solitary match he's ever defended his title against has been distraction, outside interference. Every one of them. I don't think there's been one single solitary clean match where he's won without anything. And I understand he's a heel, but it's annoying. In my personal opinion, my heart of hearts, the Bloodline the whole story mode became really stale after Sammy lost. I'd even say after Cody lost at Mania. They should have ended it at either one of those, whether it was Cody winning at Mania last year or Sammy winning. But either way, I digress. I hope it ends on Saturday. What I think is going to happen is this. I think that one of their cousins is going to, like, I think that all three, Solo and the freaking Usos, almost said the Young Bucks, that was been insulting. The Usos and Solo are going to make their appearance like they always do. And then I think that that's going to overdo it. They're going to get like distracted with LA Knight, and AJ's going to get distracted, and that's going to cause Roman to hit the Superman and then the spear, and then he's going to pin I think if anybody loses the match, I think that whoever's losing, it's going to be AJ's that takes the fall. I do not see Randy Orton getting beat. Or it may even be LA Knight, because I get LA Knight is hot right now, but if Roman loses, it's not going to be Randy or AJ taking the fall. I think it'd be LA Knight, but it would be cool if Randy won, because that's what I want to win. I want Randy to win the title, and then if he wins the title and goes to Mania, and then in some magical way Cody wins the Rumble, you got a story right there. They got history with Randy and Cody, so that could be good. But I predict that they're going to do a callback to WrestleMania 37 where he stacks them and pins them. It's going to be like all four stacked on top of one another. It's going to be LA Knight, Randy, and Roman all stacked and pinned in one single solitary way as a callback, and Roman's going to dethrone. Or Randy's going to continue. Or Roman's going to continue. I don't want that. I'm over this run. I understand they're trying to pass Hogan, but if they do that, that's holding it all the way till Survivor Series of November of this year for him to get past Hogan to be number 3. And and I'm just like, dude, what the hell? That's so long. But some people love the storylines, and I'm not one of them. I lost interest when Sammy lost, and that's just me at the Chamber. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I think Roman's gonna retain. I don't want it, but if that fails, I hope Randy takes it. You have to let me know in the comments what you guys would like to discuss about this whole thing. What you guys agree with me saying, what you don't agree with me saying. But without further ado, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble about this. I am very excited about it. I want Roman to be beat, but I don't think that Rock and Roman need a title. So I'm hoping that he drops the title tonight. But I don't know. I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'll find out. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode.